Hi, welcome. This is Jim Starkweather, the publisher of KitMaker Network, and we're going to be doing an unboxing of the kit behind my shoulder, which is a Tamiya Type 10. It's a new kit, and no, it's not 1/35th scale. This little puppy is 1/16th scale, and it's pretty darn big. This is a new tank. I wasn't really aware of it. It's a Japanese modern main battle tank, only recently deployed, I think in 2012. So basically a brand new design of a brand new tank. And 1/16th scale for Tamiya does include a commander figure there. It is this is what they're calling display model, which means it's not an RC vehicle, although it does share some of the components of the likely future release RC vehicle. Like the metal undercarriage for structure, rigidity, and strength. Obviously, for being such a big model and so heavy, it needs more to it. So let's see, what does it say on the box here? Detailed static model features realistic moving suspension. Resin tracks are conveniently pre-assembled. Pre-assembled resin tracks. Numerous metal parts include chassis, drive sprockets, and suspension arms. Photo etch parts recreate turret rear basket mesh and more. Comes with 3 marking options. So I know you all just want to see this, but let's do a little brief history bit on the Type 10, just because it hasn't been around a long time, but we'll see what its origins and what it's been up to. The Type 10 is a 4th generation main battle tank that the Japan Ground Self-Defense Force has been equipped with, and boasts significant enhancements in its capability to respond to anti-tank warfare, mobile strikes, special operations force attacks, and other contingencies. Designed to complement or replace the existing Type 74 and Type 90 main battle tanks that are currently in service, development began in the 1990s and production was expected to start in 2010 to 2011. The use of modular components significantly improved the side armor compared to the Type 90. The commander's panoramic sight has been moved to the right and is located at a higher position than the Type 90, giving the commander a wide range of view. The Type 10 uses a 120mm smoothbore gun, which was developed by Japan Steelworks. There is an option for longer barrels of 50 and 55 calibers. The Japanese Ministry of Defense formally acknowledged the Type 10 in December 2009. In 2010, they placed an order for 13 Type 10 tanks. These Type 10 tanks entered service in January of 2012. Oh, sorry. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little bit of history. We're going to go ahead and unbox it now, shall we? Alrighty. You can see some of the markings it shows on the side here. It says Tamiya colors are noted TS90, which is XF72, and TS91, which is XF73, dark green and brown colors for that camo pattern. And they have some model reference shots on the other side here of the 50 cal, the accurate non-slips textures, which are on the turret roof. Photo etch parts for the basket there, and then I believe this is talking about the side skirts. Got like rubber side skirts. So let's go ahead and put the box in like this, make it maximum visual appeal. Now I have already done this once, and my web camera, as all of you all know who watch my videos regularly, has been getting a bit glitchy. And I think I'm guessing it was a hard drive writing problem as it was trying to write the video to the hard drive. Yeah, that was intended. It was trying to, and that hurt. They really should put a little rubber part or something on. I got these through. I have to a brief side bit here. I got these through I believe Amazon for about $8. They're lighted. They have the little flip down thing. They're actually pretty good. I haven't used them all yet. I just thought they'd be a nice little prop for this video. So where was I? Oh, I did this video once already, and Yeah, I got all the weird distortion-y things going on right in the first few minutes of the video, so I was like, oh god, I'm gonna have to redo this whole thing. So this video has been a little bit longer in coming than I had probably promised on, say, Facebook when I put up the teaser image. So I appreciate you waiting. This is going to be a second unboxing, so this is not exactly how the kit came originally. I tried to put it back in the box as best as I could, but everything's repackaged and so forth, though. All right, so right off the bat, here's the figure, and I'm going to do this video a little differently too. I'm going to do some picture overlays. So while I'm looking at this figure, I'll probably put up a picture of the parts right here on the screen. Magic. It's nice. It's got not a solid torso, but a half, basically halves for the upper torso and for the head and arms and so forth. And you know, it's only a bust basically, but it looks good. Looks good. And then we have some clear plastic here, which is all the various driver and commander ports and any other clear lenses and so forth, and they also look very clean and nice. Taking out this first upper hull piece, you can see again some of the anti-slip surfaces and detailing on here, very nice. The driver's visors that are, I think, just there. Actually, they do actually vent through or see through, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to put in mirroring there, or if it just has the clear. I'd have to look that up in the manual to see. They do have some pre-dented, or I assume these are dented, fenders here, or maybe they're just rubber flaps. What do they look like? Yeah, they look like the rubber flaps. So I guess they're just saying the rubber kind of, you know, this is the way the rubber sags over time, so I don't think they're saying they're dented. But yeah, those are all built in, as well as the side skirts, or the upper skirt material here, or the skirt pieces are all fixed. There's very little ventilation or perceivable ventilation here on the back deck, so it's pretty solid. All the flip-up handles are done right onto the top of the deck, and there looks like a bit of venting here. I'd have to actually let me use my glasses to see if I see anything there. Oh yeah, that is a very, very light mesh, or very, very fine mesh grating on these parts as well. So there are going to be some people who are going to be like, oh, you know, one of these handles may be flipped up or something, and I'm sure you could probably do some aftermarket photo etch for that if you wanted to. Next piece is, and this was originally in one piece, is the upper turret and the front turret angle armor bit. I don't know what you call that. It's not really a mantlet, obviously, but it's basically a front piece that goes with the gun, and I believe swivels with the gun, which is why it's two pieces. And same thing with this one. You've got the anti-slip material, which does have a nice texture on it there. A lot of the same kinds of details, not necessarily the grab handles, but we've got other hatches and things like that assumingly would have small raised areas. Now you can see it on the box, actually. Here you can see... That's going to get old. You can see that they actually are, you know, you could put a strap through it or put something in there or grab it with your hand, I would assume, to even get up on the tank, if that's what they're for. I would assume they're more for stowage and things like that. But yeah, they're not going to be that way on the actual tank, which in 1/16 scale is a bit surprising, actually. But then again, it would be a lot of these. There are many, maybe even 100 on the tank. So it's a question of whether you'd really want to do that much detailing. But for the people who are going to super detail the kit, they probably will do it. All right, so quickly kind of moving on to the major pieces. Here's the metal hull piece I was talking about. And you can see it is just one piece of bended aluminum, I believe, I want to say, or maybe stainless steel. Feels like aluminum though, and it looks great. I mean, it's very well produced. I don't see any issues with it at all. I mean, this is all in line here. The bend piece on the front, same with the back. So it looks like obviously up to Tamiya's exacting standards. The kit does include a metal barrel, which is a nicely, again, aluminum turned piece. Ow! Why am I leaving this on my head, you're asking? Because my hair's a mess, and it seemed like the best thing I didn't have a hat here to put on my head. So yeah. Excuses. All right, so the barrel looks nice though. It's a fairly short barrel. You know, it's a smooth bore gun. I believe it's 120 millimeter, which we've already learned in the video, right? Or in the early part of the video. So, but yeah, it does include, I guess, everything other than the front piece, which I'm assuming is a add-on, or it has some additional bit here. Because yeah, I'm not seeing. Actually, it looks different than the barrel. They're showing. Huh. Interesting. Yep. I guess there's some pieces that go over this. So the outer cover, maybe? I don't know. We'll look at the instructions. So it does have some interior parts, and this is what I was a little perplexed with. I think they're mainly there for structure, but also when the RC unit is put together, it'll basically form up some of the internal parts and so forth for the RC as well. But there's some screws that go through the back deck, and those intersect with these engine pieces, which aren't going to be visible in the final kit, but they are included. For the turret system, again, there are lots of turret rings, and those are probably, again, part of the whole motorized turret system with the RC, but they're there also for the regular static display as well. And then the thing that I thought was the most impressive, these tracks. Wow, they're already made. They're already done for you. They're pinned. They have 2 pins per link. The detail on the tracks is good. However, again, when you compare it to the artist drawing, you know, there's slightly more space between the pins than are showing up here. There's a little more kind of detail. I mean, I suppose you could probably paint it out this way. I'm not sure whether this track is the steel track and there's a rubber insert that goes in here when they want to use it on the road, or whether they just tear up their roads in Japan. I don't know, but yeah, those are very cool. There's a whole bag full of metal parts, which includes some of the drive sprockets and suspension gear and so forth. So the running gear, because the running gear probably shares a lot of the same running gear as the RC model, it is going to be very solid and very capable to keep the tank, you know, suspended in place, obviously, as a static model, but still. This piece includes, obviously, the gun mantlet and some of the canvas sections, as well as, I believe, looking at I'm not sure what those large pieces are, but maybe the back of the tank, I believe. Yeah, they're probably the back sections. This is the bottom of the turret, which is just a very, very smooth, as you would expect, lower section. And again, some of the holes here, which I believe are for screws and for firming up the overall fit of the tank. Here's some of the pieces here for the stowage, which look good. Again, lots of detail. They've got the axe and the shovel here, as well as some other, like a pry bar and other pieces. And then here's some of the actual. These are in a black rubber. At least it seemed to feel to be black rubber, but so there are actual rubber pieces for the side rubber skirts, which are what they're showing down here on the bottom of the tank. Which actually look to have a little bit of rust on them, so I don't know if that's paint or rust that's like the artist has shown going down. Not sure that the artist has it completely accurate. And again, more black pieces for internal structure bits on the inside of the tank. Here are some of the road wheels, which again look very nice. I don't see any, you know, typical Tamiya quality here. No issues. But they look good, and hopefully the pictures back those up. This piece is the 50 cal, which is in a separate barrel, removable barrel section, as well as the air cooling external structure there. I'm not sure what you call that on the gun, where it's got all little holes in it, and I mean it's for air cooling, obviously, but I believe that's just where the barrel inserts into the 50 cal for barrel switching and things like that. The handles are nice. They're integrated into the actual main gun housing. So then this piece, which is the front of the tank. Now, I was looking at this again. Not sure how accurate the artist rendition is versus the cab that went into the vehicle, but I was looking at this from the standpoint of, it's actually going this way. You know, the artist rendering shows it a little curvier here at the top than the actual constructed bit shows it's more angular and just basically goes down and then cuts straight down, whereas the artist seems to be showing it kind of going, and then there's an inch or two of it going straight towards the front of the tank, and then it goes down, which artist rendering versus CAD that they use, obviously it must have had a vehicle on hand, so I hope the CAD is more accurate. Rear engine venting here doesn't go all the way through, but it does have quite a bit of recess there. More road wheels on the other section of track. This is a sprue with just more, I believe some of the road wheel or track detail. Unless these are on the rear. I'm not really sure, to be honest, what these are. Something with a lot of hex bolts going onto the tank. Well, anyways, you guys probably recognize what those are. And then this last piece includes, again, not sure what that is, but it's got lots of little holes around the outside. Some of the hatches, the commander's hatch and probably one of the loader's hatch or something. And then a lot of little small detail pieces, which look really good. I'm not seeing any real issues with any of these. And then lastly, this piece is, again, a structural piece, which I believe is going to go somewhere in the back, probably firming up some of either the engine or rear or frontal areas there for support. And in terms of decals, we do have the decal sheet, which again supports 3 different markings. They're mostly obviously all Japanese units, and one has like eagles on it. The other one's got the 2 with a slash through it, and the other one's kind of like an AB looking symbol. And of course, these are all dated this year. This model is not yet out, I don't believe. So if you're looking for it, you might have to put it on pre-order or something. But it should be out soon, I would imagine. A little bit of gold mesh, which I believe is definitely for at least partially for these front lights. So that's for that. There's a larger photo etch mesh section, and maybe some of these actually go over the areas that already have mesh. I'm not sure. I can look at the instructions to see, but I don't remember seeing a lot of areas in the tank that require more mesh, so I'm not sure where they're saying that these are going to go. That'd be interesting for me to peruse through and look for that. Here's the manual, of course, and then there's a Type 10 reference bit, which they pretty much do with all their kits now. They have a separate reference, and it does have the color diagrams on all 3 kits, as you can see. Get my screen back up so I can see that you can see. Yes, there we go. All right, so and that is showing the 3 different units. And then it has some text here in Japanese and German and French and English, I believe. So they do have a kind of a overlay here with just driver's hatch, headlight, just kind of showing different ports of the tank. All right, so perusing through the manual. If I can get my grubby little paws on it. Let's see if I can detect a couple of those things we noticed earlier. Definitely lots of screws. They're showing, that you'll need to screw in certain parts. Like for instance, here's the. I guess that's what some of those parts I was unaware what they were. They were the internal connection points for the suspension arms, and those all take 4 screws each. So you can see what kind of how heavy duty some of this stuff is getting. There's some of these involve actual springs, which I assume are in they're sprung loaded on the suspension. And there's that black engine bit that's going in that section. But again, I think it's more just to kind of firm it up and maybe give it weight. There could be some counterweight issues here, obviously, with the having enough weight in the back for the barrel, because the barrel's heavy in the front, or not too heavy. So the barrel does have a front piece. And then these bolt-on one canvas and one more steel sections that affix on, and then they all, for some reason, they show it this direction and they flip it around the other direction, and they're going that way. Oh, and then that was part of the gun, internal gun. I'm sure this. It looks like this might have an auto loader of some kind, if that interior detail is correct. Smoke dischargers are on here. And where is that photo etch, though? So, We're looking. Maybe it might be this section in the back. I just noticed that there was a large vented section in the back here. Not sure I didn't miss that earlier because it looks like it's already been assembled. Oh yeah, okay, there's some of it right there. The 3 sections in the back that are just going to lay over these areas. I hope you enjoyed this little unboxing preview slash info video on the Tamiya new Type 10 kit in 1/16 scale. Again, this kit's not quite yet available if you're seeing this video in January of 2015. It should be available probably February, March 2015. So keep an eye out for it through various either retailers, local retailers, or online retailers. And you can certainly probably pre-order one at this point, I would think. We'd like to thank Tamiya USA for sending this kit direct, and also the folks at Tamiya Japan for recognizing Armorama as being a leading armor website. And also, we'd like to encourage you to give your feedback on this review and any others on the site. You can leave comments below, or you can like the video if you'd like on either YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, I'd like to put a shout out to our YouTube audience and thank you for the now 3,000 subscribers that we have just on YouTube alone, which puts us up there at least with most of the scale modeling sites. There's a couple that I noticed that have a few more than us, but they've been around a lot longer. So, have a good day, and we'll see you next time on Cracking the Box.